Hello Caitlin, I'm Lewis Baines. I'm your biomechanist for today. We performed 3 shots the other day, or 3 passes, sorry, rugby pass, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I've done is I've just I've re-recorded it, I've broken it down and analysed it and come up with some key strengths and areas for improvement. So the first year strength was a transfer of weight from your outside leg onto your inside leg. As you pass the ball, you transfer from your outside to your inside, as I said. And so you gave more momentum to the ball, so when you actually let go, you gave it a lot more power than you would have done otherwise, which had to go further and reach its target. Your second strength was you stepped towards the target with your inside leg. This again gave you momentum towards the ball and it opened your body up, so you were more open to the target, so it gave you greater accuracy.
Yeah.
And finally, the grip of your outside hand of the ball, you had it on the bottom and you were only holding it in your fingertips. So that meant you could get more power behind the ball because you were pushing it instead of just pulling it. And it could also mean that you applied spin to it if you wanted to. However, that was an area for improvement, was the fact that you didn't apply any spin, even though your hand was in the right place to. What you should have done is sort of rolled your hand around the ball and flicked with your fingers as you let go, to sort of apply spin to the ball and give it that bit of extra power to help it reach its target.
Yeah.
Another area for improvement is you didn't follow through with your outside foot. So you stepped forward with your inside foot, your left foot, because you're passing to the left. But then you should have followed through afterwards with your outside foot, but instead you crossed it behind. So that put you off balance a lot.
Yeah.
And made your pass a lot less accurate because you were off balance as you were letting go. And the final area of improvement is the grip of your inside hand your grip of your inside hand was at the bottom of the ball as well, so you're holding it with both hands at the bottom, whereas if you're trying to perform a spin pass, you really want your inside hand at the top to help guide it. So it would have given a lot more accuracy if you hold the ball at the top with your inside hand.
Yeah.
I come up with 3 drills that you can use to help improve your skills. So the first one is to help you with this spinning it. So you just stand opposite someone, opposite a partner, and just pass using one hand. You just pass from your hip and just push it forward.
Yeah.
And focusing on spinning it with your hand as you pass it. Use both hands. Second one is just shuttle passing. So you need a group for this, and basically you just have a line of 3-4 people and you just run forward in a line passing it along. And for this one you just really want to focus on gripping the ball correctly so you can guide it to your next target and so it can continue to go along the line.
Yeah.
And the last one is just short and long passing. So you mark out a rectangle. You need a group for this again. People on the long edges of the rectangle will run forward. The people on the corner closest to them just passing the ball, but because it's quite a long distance, you need to work on stepping through with your outside foot, following through to give it that bit of extra power.
Yeah.
There was a couple of factors that affected your performance. You performed at about 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if you had breakfast at all that morning. No, you hadn't? Any snack at all?
No.
No, so you were working off an empty stomach. You would have had a lot less energy, so you might not have been able to focus on what you were doing as well.
Yeah.
Might have not been able to perform it as well if you wouldn't have had as much energy. Also, you haven't had any training, I believe. You've trained in rugby before?
Never.
No, so you've never actually. I assume that you've never actually been told the correct technique for passing.
No.
So if you don't know it, how can you actually use the correct technique? And finally was a lack of motivation. So I noticed beforehand you'd just done a couple hockey skills. Is that right?
Yeah.
Before, so you just come in for the cold. You just done a load of stuff, and I asked you to do this quickly. So you might have not been putting your full effort into it to sort of make sure you do the correct technique. So that would have also affected your performance. There were also a couple of limitations to my analysis, to the biomechanic analysis. First was a poor camera angle. I may have had a bit of perspective error in there, so I couldn't tell everything or every aspect of the skill that you're performing. So there might have been strengths that I missed or areas for improvement that I missed. Also, there was a poor camera quality, so it was sometimes hard to see what you're doing with your hands and stuff because the camera was blurred, and for example the spline models may have been a bit mixed up because I couldn't exactly always see the mark on your wrist. And finally the scaling. Both you and Lewis, the elite athlete, were stood slightly further back from where I did the scaling, so
Yeah.
in the video the scaling would have been slightly off, but that could also affect the analysis. But apart from that, that's us done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.